have a lot of paint and it's not organized. It used to be organized by color. And since I'm working on using this paint and trying to get rid of some of the colors, I need to go through it so I have a better idea of what colors I have, how much I have of everything, and maybe reorganize it a little bit differently. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I don't have a huge amount of space to work, so I'm just going to work on the table that I do my art, and I'm just going to push everything off to the side so I have this area to work with. Now I have a better working space. The paints on this side I'm going to keep because this was the paints that I used for my previous painting and the one I just did for today. And I'm actually going to take my palette and put it somewhere else because it is wet. Okay, I'm going to get started. I'm going to take out all the yellow colors and put them on the side and then just try to assort them by color. Have vanilla color, so I'm going to put that off to the side because that would go more towards maybe the white color. I think that's all my yellow right now that I seem to have, so I'm going to put them right here. I'm actually going to take these paints because I think I'm going to get them caught up with my other paints, and I want them out just because I'm using them for my paintings, and I just want to stick to the same colors for a while. Now I'm going to grab purple colors. I know I have a lot of purple that I'm drawn to that color for art. I think that could be a very calming color and a very good accent color in paintings, especially whimsical type of paintings. Okay, this looks like all my purple right now. Okay, now I have some colors that I went ahead and did without recording. I have some lighter greens, more of like lime green colors. Then I have the regular traditional greens, more of like the primary color. I have the pinks and then a little bit darker pinks, reds, oranges, and I have a few turquoise. And all of these are the vanilla colors. And then I found some blue. I'm going to go to the second shelf of my storage container, so I'm going to show you what I have done so far with this. So I only have two right now that I haven't gotten to the brown or to like the gray and black colors. So I'm going to go to the second shelf, and I think there's some hidden colors that I already pulled out in there. So I'm going to go through the second shelf and see what I have. I bought this paint by Craft Smart. It's glitter paint. And I did use quite a bit with the kids. So there's still some left though. So I'm going to have to find some interesting paintings I want to do with those glitters. All right, so this is all the paint. There is still some more. I see. Give me a second. Oh, this is nothing but glitter. So it's colored glitter. These are going to be separate from this. These are just more fun things to add to a painting. So I'll get to those later. But now they're in sections, and honestly, when I was going through this paint, I noticed some bottles are really, really light. So I don't even know if there's enough paint in there for one painting. So this is going to be really helpful for me to go through, sort this out, and so one of the things I'm not sure I'm going to do is if I'm going to take the lighter bottles out and separate them from maybe the heavier ones. I'm not sure about that. I'm going to go through, try to think about it, and but in the meantime, I have to still clean. I have the third shelf to do, so let me show you that. Okay, this is the first shelf. Second shelf is cleared off, and now I have the bottom shelf, which the bottom shelf has, it looks like miscellaneous things in it. So I'm going to go through that, and I'm going to clean off the shelves because they're very dusty, and then I will reorganize. I am going to start filling this. It is clean, and I really like this, what do you call this, like a cart on wheels. I like it because I can push it off to the side and all my paints are together. So I don't feel a need to buy anything special for my paints. It's just a matter of reorganizing the colors. And I think I am going to take out the bottles that are really almost empty and put them off to the side. And those will be ones that I will use first. And that way I could just keep going that way with my painting. So yeah, that's the plan for right now until I reorganize it, and then I have a different decision on it as I go. I'm going to start with the yellow. And I'm just going to kind of work it back into the color order that I had. I think maybe I'll do like red, yellow, blue, just like how I did before. The blue was on the bottom shelf. So I wasn't paying attention. Any of these super light? I would say no. I think this one This one's a little bit more on the lighter side. I'm going to pull that away. This one's a little on the light side. I think I'm going to bunch them up together in clusters like that instead of in rows. I think that will make more sense for me. Okay, I'm gonna keep going with this, and then I'll let you know what it looks like when I'm done, and then I'll show you what was on the bottom shelf later. Okay, so this is the cart with all the paint in it, and I got it sorted out. I have the greens here, the yellows, the purples, the reds, into the pinks, into the orange, and the whites are on the side. This is a big, huge container of white. I remember getting this, and I was debating if I should get a big one, but I decided to do it for the students. But then I eventually quit that job for several reasons. Not because of my clients, but it was time for me to go. It was no longer a good, healthy place for me to work at. And then on the bottom, I have the blues, the turquoise, and then it's easier if I switch it. The blacks, and then the gray colors, the what do you call this? The glitter acrylic paint, and then the glitter glitter glue. So that is how right now I'm organizing it. And then over here are all of the paints that are really light. There's hardly anything in them, and those will be colors for maybe my next painting. I will use maybe all or most of those. So that will be something I'm going to think about, how I want to use those colors. And then over here is the what was on the third shelf, the bottom shelf of the cart. And these were the dowel rods that I made for Stipple Dot. I cut these dowel rods down to a decent size to hold in your hand, and I would give them to the students. It was just a cheap way to do pointillism if they wanted that in their painting. So as you see, some of them were used. So I keep them in those bags. I have a small palette, 2 other smaller palettes. I have plaster or spackling paste, glue. I have an extra jar. And then, what do I have in here? I have gouache. I have gouache in here. So I don't know how good this gouache is. So I will have to test that out at some point. So I'm going to keep this out maybe on my table behind here. I have 2 TV trays behind this table to put my supplies, the supplies that I tend to go to the most often. But there's going to be another organizing, cleaning out video at some point, and that's going to entail the closet and the fabric and sewing materials that I have. It's not working in the closet right now, so I have to get to that at some point. So that will be coming at some point, maybe sometime in the end of May, beginning of June. So thank you so much for joining me, and please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. I do have a lot to share about art and how I create some of my whimsical pieces. I will be having more videos about my flower paintings and just other stuff that I'm willing to try and try for the first time as well. So until then, thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.